Hello guys, welcome to Let's Play RimWorld. Yes, I will acknowledge that I've been away for close to a year. In fact, maybe 11 months, probably is more accurate, but 11 months, 12 months, very close. Sorry about that. There's actually a video coming with a little bit more details to that, and I won't go into more details because I want this video to be about the Let's Play that we're doing. And we're Let's Playing RimWorld, which is actually a game that I really quite like. Imagine Dwarf Fortress, and imagine it's in space, but imagine that you only have one Z level to deal with. That's kind of it, really. That's the basic premise. There's also various elements of other games like Prison Architect. I think there's very much a feel of that with it, Prison Architect as well. You'll see as we go. I've already created a world for us, but the basic premise of this game is imagine that we're on a space aeroplane flying through space, and all of a sudden catastrophe occurs. We have a crash. Only 3 of us survive. 3 random people off a random spaceship in space crashing on a random planet. Thankfully, this planet is hospitable for humankind. So let's create a new colony. Oh, yes, actually, that's another thing. When I've tried to do this previously, when I've clicked on New Colony and gone through all the thingies, it's actually crashed. So what I found that works, though, is if I... So basically what we'll do is we're going to play the game on with Cassandra. This is Cassandra Classic. This is the storytelling. This is basically how the events are handled. We're going to play it on challenging. And we're also going to do none of these two. Phoebe Base Builder is basically you build a nice base, and some attacks come from enemies of various kinds, but it doesn't really affect us all too much. It's not that powerful. It's just so you can spend your time relaxing and building a base. Randy Random is insane. I had a really crazy and devastating 2 games actually playing on Randy Random, and so we won't be doing that today because there's a chance that we could get destroyed within the first few days even, which is really bad. So we're going to do on Cassandra Classic so that it starts to get more difficult at appropriate points rather than at inappropriate points like before we've even got our first shelter up and running. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to pick a location on this planet and we're going to crash on it. I'm going to pick the location by random, and I'm going to... oh, actually, I'll show you. So this is the planet that we've already pre-set up. I'm going to just pick a random place. Okay, so what happens is at the start you get 3 random characters. These are the people that are crashed from our ship, and they have various... characteristics. What I can't do is press start and record that happening because it crashes, and what that means is that I actually lose them characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording now. I'm going to go in, but I'm going to you're going to have to trust me on this. I'm going to use completely random characters on a completely random location, and then we're going to make the best of what we've got. What I'll do is we'll go through the characters once we've started the game, so we can have a little look at their traits and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here, go through, and then I'll see you when the game starts. Okay. Hello guys, right, okay, so now we're back. So let's start playing the game, shall we? The 3 of you wake in your cryosleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So here we go, crashing into water, actually, which I've never seen before. Right, so, as I said before, I picked a random location, so I actually have no idea what location this is going to be. Oh, very good, actually. This is a vent, a steam geyser, which we can use for power. And I also don't know what the characters are. There's another one here, which is relatively close. I found that 2 steam geysers can actually power your base, relatively nicely until you start using really, really excessive amounts of power. For the moment, though, I think we'll only stay with one because it's a big investment in terms of energy resources. But we'll use that. Okay, so as I said, I don't know anything about these characters. So we've got an impaired male colonist. Why is he impaired? Why are you impaired? A bite scar. No injuries. No injuries. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. I've never actually, I don't think I've started with a character that has an impairment. Right. So, Squirrel is the nickname of this individual. They are next to 70 years old. This is probably the oldest person I've ever seen in this game. Right. So, they are what are they? Does it say what they're... Oh, they're a pilot. Okay, so they studied engineering as a child, which gave these stats here. So you can see a +2. Oh, right, well, actually, we can go into the details of this character. So a genius child, Squirrel was put in a special training program covering aerospace warfare and engineering. One day, he tried to befriend a squirrel by giving it a bracelet. The squirrel bit him. That's why he's got the scar, earning him the nickname Squirrel Boy. Squirrel came to believe that work involving manual labour is beneath him. Ah, right, that's why he's not capable. He's incapable, in fact, of dumb labour, which I think includes hauling of things, which is a bit of a pain. And so cleaning is disabled, hauling is disabled, and plant cutting is disabled, which is a pain in the butt. But thankfully, he's not going to be our cook, although that means he won't be chopping down trees either, which is a bit of a pain. So that's our first disadvantage, I think, with this particular character, that he can't cut. He will refuse to cut down trees. Anyway, so what happened later on in life? After his province was besieged by one of its neighbours, Squirrel volunteered for a genetic modification program that created pilots for the very fighter craft that he had helped develop. The modifications allowed him to pilot the ship, but also made him less able to focus on people around him. Right. By this time, people were calling him Squirrel. Shooting is increased to +5, melee is +2, but social is down -2, and medicine is up. So he's good at shooting and melee and research. This guy is quite useful. He could be a dedicated researcher later on that we pull out every so often when invaders come to shoot at people. Shooting is 8, but he's also got a passion for that, which means that they learn faster, and a passion for melee. So this guy's a strong, aggressive character. Although I don't know if the age has any effect as to whether or not he'll get killed or die. His work speed is +30 because of the industrious trait. Okay, so let's move on to Tiffy. Tiffy is a female colonist. Let's find out about Tiffy. Okay, Tiffy the inventor. Okay, so the childhood of Tiffy. Tiffy wasn't made a person, but was an instrument of destruction. Okay. Oh, it was a vat-grown soldier. Okay. Grown in a bioweapons facility and taught combat during her accelerated growth, Tiffy still has a proclivity for combat of all kinds and an aversion to human contact. So shooting and melee. So military power is up, but they are no good at... it cannot do wardening, which means it can't talk to people that we capture, and cannot do doctoring, which means that they cannot give aid to anyone, and has a minus to social. So that was from their childhood. In their adulthood, on her homeworld, Tiffy worked as a moderately successful inventor. She developed several minor technologies, so we get a +2 to research and a +2 to research, +2 to crafting. She's incapable of carrying a social, but she's also industrious, so that's our second industrious person. So she can do research. She's also good at crafting as well, which will be better for later in the game, but what she can't do is medicine or social. Not too much of a downfall, provided that Diddy here has some sort of ability on that front. But I'm pleased to see that we've got another very strong military character. Oh, I can't... Yeah, and crafting is plus. Okay, so let's see what Diddy is. Please be some kind of medicine person. No, you're not. So Diddy is a barkeep. Okay, so what happened to Diddy? Diddy worked as a digger in the massive underground cave massive underground cave complex. He knows rocks so well that he can almost navigate caves by smell. Years underground have damaged his vision, so he can't shoot very well. Ah, right. So we get a +1 to construction, a +6 to mining, a -2 to shooting. He cannot research and he cannot craft. Later on in life, as an adult, Diddy worked as a bartender on a seedy space station. Okay. The job entailed 1 part drink mixing, 1 part diplomacy, and 1 part head bashing. So he got a bonus to melee, social, and cooking, which is good actually. So do you have an interest in cooking? No. But you can cook and you can grow. Right, but mining is a plus and construction is good, so you're good at that. So we don't really need you to be good. But here's a negative thing. He's he has psychically sensitive, so he's sensitive to psychic phenomena, which is a thing that may happen later on. There's various events that that cause people's moods to drop. He's a fast walker though, with a +16. So this guy is good for mining and stuff, and he can do our labour. So actually I need to find... So what I normally end up doing is I have someone that's dedicated for cooking at this stage, and someone that's dedicated... the rest of them, split the jobs between them. So a squirrel bit his second toe on his right foot. Oh, is it a male? Yes, it is a male, right. So you can grow and you can cook, but not that great. Diddy, the barkeep, can grow and can cook, but I really wouldn't want to dedicate someone who's so good at you can grow and you can cook. Okay, I think we'll have the inventor as our dedicated cook for the moment. Right. Anyway, so let's start founding our lovely little thing now that we've looked into the personalities. To be honest, I like to have a little look at the characters that we've got here and what we can do with them before I start doing anything, because obviously it would make more sense to do it like that. So Squirrel is good at military, so I'm going to give Squirrel this weapon here, which is the Lee Enfield, which is a rifle. Now, there's any more guns on the floor? Oh, that's silver. That's a pistol. Diddy was better than Tiffy, I think. Tiffy's shooting... Oh, no. I was wrong about that. Equip pistol, Diddy. You're pretty rubbish, actually. But is there a weapon about somewhere? Yes, there's a pistol there. Right, I'll equip you with a pistol as well. I like to have everybody to have a weapon, but I like to give the most skillful military person the Lee Enfield, if there is one available. So just let them do what they're going to do, pick up their weapons. Right, so you guys, I'm just going to draft them now, just so I can move them to where I need them to do. Draft basically puts them into military mode. So let's bring you down here. Okay. And the reason I do that is just so it's easier for me to highlight all these resources here, because at the moment they're forbidden. Like, if you're familiar with Dwarf Fortress, then you'll be aware of the concept of being forbidden. Right, so now we can get access to all these resources. So any there will be other resources spread around the map. Oh, this is good. There's a geyser here. There's a geyser here. And a geyser here. 3 geysers. That we're going to have so much power. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is see where we can successfully build a base. I like to have some of my base actually inside rock, so it might actually be, well, we can start building a base into this thing here. Right, so priorities. Let's start building things. Structures, metal. Okay, I think this will be the... Yeah, okay. So I like to build 5x5 walls. Yes, I know. I've played this game before. Okay, so I like to build internal 5x5 spaces. And the reason for that is because the 5x5 spaces are sufficient enough that they don't start to feel negative emotions about their room. So what I'm building here, so this is going to be the bedrooms. So this is a bedroom, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, bedroom 4, and then bedroom 5 here is going to be for a medic bay. And this is going to be the prison. Right, the next thing that we also need is a growing facility. Well, actually, cancel this. Right, so this is going to be bedroom 1, 2, 3, 4, growing facility. Actually, thinking about it, it might be better for us to put the growing facility here. Let me just think about this. Yeah, I think what it might be better is for us to do like this. So what I'm thinking is, actually, let's not have powered doors just yet. Oh, wow, that's really piercing. That's my new phone, by the way. Yeah, I'll just finish off doing these blueprints, actually, and then we'll do. Oh, crap. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this can be the dining area and cooking facility. This area here can be for... Yes, that's a good idea. Right. Some can be for growing of foods, and then this one here... Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? This can be our storage area. And we'll put a door there and a door there. Right. So when we come back, guys, I hope you like this. Yes. I know about doing all that. When we come back, guys, we're going to start working on building this game up. This thing. I hope you actually. I tell you what. Let's go on for another 10 minutes. I think that'll be probably best, because then we'll get a properly established colony, and then you'll get the sense for how the game is going to progress, because at the moment I haven't really shown you anything apart from what they're like. Right, so let's just put down the zones. So the stockpile zone is this one here. I want a growing zone. So what I normally like to do is I like to have... oh, no. Okay, scratch that. I did that by accident. Growing zones. So you can grow multiple types of vegetables. Oh, I did it again. It's got a useful. It's actually this is a quite a useful facility or function that's better than Dwarf Fortress in my opinion. That zones can be extended by moving over them or drawing ones next to them. So you can. So let's say for this one, for example, we can resize it. Which is not something I think you can do in Dwarf Fortress, at least not easily. Anyway, so what I normally like to do is grow potatoes in that one, and then we'll grow strawberries and then grow strawberries in that one, and we'll grow poplar trees in the middle. Just sometimes it can get tricky for trees, but that should be enough food for the 3 of these people. And then the other thing that we need to do is, if we go to Architect and Zone, because plants are growing in here, we need to create a no roof zone. So what happens automatically is if we have walls on all sides, it will create a... Oh, no, we can't have storage here. It'll create a roof anyway. So if we put a no roof zone, it allows sunlight to get in, because plants can't grow without sunlight, which is a clever little thing of this game. See this, and I'm going to show you the problem here. So our power generator should be there, so what we need to do is cancel this little bit of the wall here, and we can drop out. Yes, excellent. And then what I think we'll do is we'll probably just wall that off. Structure, metal wall. I'm building the walls out of metal, because metal doesn't catch on fire. Okay. This is not ideal, but we're going to have to just work with the circumstances that we've got here. Okay, right, let's get them to work. Right, guys. I want you to... Oh, yes. We have to take them out of draft mode. So now they'll go busy start collecting resources and start building things. You see that? This is the dwarf fortressy nature of it. Oh, I'll tell you what we also need. We need a dumping zone for dumping junk in. And also, I think while they're busy doing that, we'll chop down some trees. So whoever's got the chopping. At the moment, when they're in this sort of busy setting up of base sort of mode, actually also we'll need some beds. Q. Oh, it's already 8 o'clock on the first day. So we start on January the 1st on year 1. So it's going to get night time soon. Okay, now we're into day 2. We get these fundamental things, but thankfully, so what normally happens is if their bedroom is not big enough, then they start getting freaked out. But because they've got this thing called new colony optimism, they can do without some of the luxuries of the life that they're normally used to until we get up and running, which is very helpful, because otherwise we would be in a really sad situation with them going crazy that they don't have all of the conveniences that they should or would expect. Oh, so Tiffy's actually cutting down this tree. What I think we need to do is, once Tiffy's sorted that out, is to actually... we need to build a floor. Just going to put a wood floor down there and a wood floor down there. Okay, they're catching some sleep. So beds are useful. It gives them positive thoughts. I'm putting wood floors down just so plants don't grow in our stockpiles, which is a bit. It is a pain, to be honest, because yeah, I know we need beds. Okay. So do we have connection to all of that? Yes, right. The other thing that we're going to need is standing lamps. I like to put lamps at the foot of everyone's bed. So that they have light, because they don't like being in the dark all the time, which I can understand. We'll put a lamp at the entrance there. Okay, there we go. So you saw that thing coming over there. That was basically the the roof being put over. Right. What I want to do now is build a sort of living place where they can... Oh, do you know that door's not in the... It's in a rubbish place, to be honest. If we deconstruct this door and this wall, we can then put a cooking facility in this corner here. We can put a kitchen basically in that place there, and then we can put a wooden table in. Probably need to turn it around. Oh, actually, this is one of the fundamental problems I've found with having a 5x5. Oh, well, a 5 deep wall, because they don't like being cramped, so they don't like to be next to things when they're sat down, so I can't necessarily put chairs there, otherwise they'll complain about that. But we also need a lamp in this room, and we'll probably put one in this corner here as well, yes, because the door will go there, and so it won't get in the way of people. Okay, yes, I think that's fine, so let's just let them progress with what they're doing. Okay, and let's drop in the door here and the wall here, and the production of a cooking stove. Let's just turn that around. The little circle thing there, that's where the person will stand in order to work the facilities. Right. Okay, storage, food growing, kitchen area. These are all close to each other. Then bedrooms. Right, so we'll also need to work on producing some more bedrooms for things. Okay, currently we've got no power. We're just building things out of wood at the moment. There we go. I'm pleased about how this is progressing. Actually, I thought my initial design was horrendous. Okay, they're just eating their meals. I don't know if you can notice that's what they're doing in there. Let's have a look. See, Tiffy was having a little meal. You'll notice these power symbols. Ah, right, okay, so we're missing construction materials. What are we missing? Metal. Right. So that means we've run out of the metal that we... Okay, so we should do some mining here. You don't actually need any specialist tools for mining. Apparently everybody in the world has the ability to mine just automatically. So okay, so Tiffy's got a bed. It's not actually in a bedroom. Alright, and we're laying down the floor in there. Did I No, I don't think I did put a floor at that very top bit. I can't remember now. Let's just double check if I did or did not put a floor down. Oh yes, I did. Okay, that's fine. And so hopefully they'll remove the trees, because trees and plants get in the way of storage space that would normally be used for stuff, which can be a bit of a pain. What is a pain? All right, let's see what's happened here. So a group of accountants rest stop are visiting the colony. So these people are people from nearby. There's different tribes and civilizations of some sort that come and visit, and sometimes they're nice and friendly, sometimes they're aggressive, nasty people. Okay, so we've got a nice floor down in there. It's still open to the elements because at the moment we haven't finished building this wall off. So these guys will come and visit us. Yeah, so they're visiting. And sometimes, in my experience, rather annoyingly, they'll steal our food. Which is, in some cases, very bad. Right, so what are you guys doing? Right, so okay, so Diddy is finally getting around to mining. Tiffy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Tiffy? Are you idle? You look like you're doing something. Oh, now you're going to bed. Right, Squirrel, what are you doing? Oh, you're going to bed as well now. Well, I suppose it is 11 o'clock. These guys don't sleep for the normal amount of time. Look. Has this person just pinched our food? No, they've just sat in our dining room. Once what we're going to do... Oh, right, okay. There's our 10 minutes. Okay, so you can notice that we've mined out some of this, and now we've got no more metal material. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave it here, and then we'll come back in the next episode. And so what we've done now, we've basically got the fundamentals for founding our colony. What we need to do is start getting all these plants planted out, so that we can start growing food. We'll then get, I think it's either Tiffy or Diddy, to be our dedicated cook, so their job will be primarily just to do the cooking, and that should be enough if they work full time to take care of that kind of thing. We need to mine out some more metal material. In fact, we need a lot of metal, because that's what most of our stuff is going to be built out of. And then we'll need to put floors down as well, so that people don't start getting negative thoughts. But that's going to be for next time. And also what I'm going to try and do is, for each episode, we're going to have a goal as to what we're going to try and achieve within that episode. And so that we will be purpose-driven each time. Hopefully that's the way it works. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I hope you find it interesting as well, because I really like this game. Go check it out. Just Google search RimWorld. I'll put a link in the description bar as well. And I'll also put a link to the playlist this is going to be part of. Okay, so next time, that's what we're going to do. So let me know what you think as well in the comments below, and like if you've enjoyed it. I appreciate that. Okay, so until next time, guys, stay safe, take care of yourself. Goodbye.